What's going on, guys? It's Pineapple King, and we're back with the schedule predictions. Today is the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are honing in on some of the last teams. It's exciting. It's exciting, guys. We're finally about to reveal the whole thing, and then I'll do one big video on the whole playoffs and NFL and everything. I'm excited for that, too. But let's talk about your best and worst moves. I think Aaron Rodgers is kind of like, you think it's a good move, but we thought the same thing with the Jets, and I don't want to be the exact same way. Where I was like, oh yeah, they got Aaron Rodgers, they got all this, and that. They're gonna go 13-4 because that's what I said about the Jets last year. So Aaron Rodgers might truly be washed, and this might be a bad move because they really don't have any other quarterbacks. They got rid of both Russ and Justin. So this is ironic on the Jets in Week 1. We'll get to that in a second. The TJ Watt extension is good. Getting Jalen Ramsey is good, even though he's getting old. DK Metcalf was probably your best move, but you lost George Pickens, so it's kind of just like, and you lost Minka. So those moves, like, you got like maybe better players, but they're like around the same caliber. Like George Pickens and DK Metcalf are both physical guys. Jalen Ramsey, Minka Fitzpatrick, good secondary guys getting older. Like, it looks good on paper, but like, did you guys really do anything? Like, you did a lot, but like, it's very similar stuff. And the draft was kind of lackluster, nothing crazy. I don't know how I feel about that running back. Everybody's like, Caleb Johnson's like, oh yeah, he's going to take Jalen Warren's spot. Like, I like Jalen Warren. I don't know about Caleb Johnson, but let's get into it. And Week 1 is just so fun. It's so fun. Aaron Rodgers is going back to the Jets against Justin Fields. And this is going to be a defensive battle, man. Like, it's going to be very defensive. And so defensive that the score is probably going to end up being like literally like 13-16 into the Jets' favor. You guys both have good defenses. I just think that Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to have to take some time to warm back up into things because I don't know what he did in the offseason. Bro's been like so weird. So, speaking of warming up into things, you're not going to beat the Seahawks or Patriots either. Even in Pittsburgh, I think the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, they're going to start cooking early. As long as he doesn't do playoff Sam Darnold, he's going to be cooking early. And I like what the Seahawks did with their revamped team. It's better. They did a better revamp than you guys did. And with the Patriots, Drake May's going to have those good games, and it's in Gillette Stadium. So I like the way that they look for a little bit. Go watch that video, too. I don't know really how I feel about them, honestly. But then you get the Vikings in Ireland, and you guys play really good out of country. I'll give you a win there right before the bye week. So now you're 1-3. Rodgers comes off a win going into the bye week, so you kind of feel good about that, especially when you come out and play the Browns. Guys, how do you lose to the Browns out of a bye week? Look, your defense is good enough to stop these teams, but is the offense, like, can Aaron Rodgers do it? Is DK Metcalf enough? Like, Pat Freiermuth is mid. He's decent, but, you know, who do you have behind DK Metcalf, really? Calvin Austin? No. Come on, guys. It's just you're losing to bad teams, which you definitely don't. You definitely could beat them, but I don't know. I feel like with Aaron Rodgers, it's just gonna take a while to get into things. And you play the Bengals for the first time. It's in Ohio. You're not gonna win that game either. And you can't bench Rodgers because who else do you have? It wasn't like a situation where it's like, oh yeah, Justin Fields is like 4-3, so we're gonna bench him and put Russ in. You don't have like a second good quarterback. Mason Rudolph's not gonna be that guy. I think it's Mason Rudolph still. Packers in Pittsburgh is a W. I know. How do you lose to the Browns but you beat the Packers? Look, Aaron Rodgers is gonna start to heat up a little bit. He's gonna play good probably in the midseason, I think. I think that's where he's gonna play good. I think he's not gonna do good at the beginning or end. But the midseason will kind of do good, and if they make the playoffs, maybe he'll do good there. But I think he's washed. I don't think he can play a good 18 games. He's going to play like half of them good. So, you guys have a good enough defense. Because with these teams that have high-power offenses, you have a good enough defense to stop them. I mean, the Bengals are super high-power. And this Browns game is going to be just like the Patriots game. It's going to be low-scoring. Like, a lot of your games are going to be low-scoring and not enjoyable to watch. Because you play a bunch of teams that don't have offenses, including you. And it's just going to be a defensive battle. I mean, it's almost the same with the Colts. But, I mean, you lose that. Anthony Richardson, I think, comes in. Or maybe Daniel Jones. Go watch that video, too. I mean, this is bad, Pittsburgh. This is bad. you're at jeopardy of losing your winning record season. You're 2-6, and you already had your bye week. And then you're going to the Chargers, which isn't good, but it is good. You win. I think Aaron Rodgers can play in these tough games, but he just can't play in these easy games and just like sucks for some reason. And the Patriots have a decent defense, and so do the Browns. So do the Jets. I just don't think that he'll perform in these. And then you guys will split the series with the Bengals, which is also good. You win your home games. I think that's good. It's close. It's very close. I think you can stop them at least one of the two games, though. Your defense is good enough to combat their offense. Aaron Rodgers has to play good for one of those games. They could flip-flop. Then you play the Bears in Soldier Field. That's going to be a loss. Caleb Williams is heating up. He's trying to... I mean, that's a tough division. So he's going to take all the games that he can, especially at home, and you're going to be a victim of that. Then you got the Bills in Pittsburgh, and that's a loss too. And now you have 8 losses, and you have to win out. And you have to play the Ravens twice. I think this is the year you officially lose your streak of going even or better. I think it is. I said the same thing last year. We'll get to that in a second. But you're not beating the Ravens twice. You lose to them in Baltimore. Dolphins, on the other hand, you can beat them. Tua could be injured. A-Chain could be injured. Tyreek Hill could be injured. They're fast. They're good, but they can easily get injured. It's kind of a revenge game for the Minka Jalen trade. And I don't know. I think Jonnu Smith could go do well too. We'll see. We'll see. But then you have to play the Lions in Ford Field, and that's just gross. Like, they're trying to get the number 1 seed and win their division. So that's just gross. You split the series with the Browns. Like, you weren't going to lose both games with the Browns. And you split your series with the Ravens. And they were actually trying to win that game too. So go watch that video. 7-10 though. You have a better second half of the season. Middle of the season's probably your best area, or late. I just think Rodgers is washed. I think he's done. He said he was probably going to be done after this year. I had you guys 8-9 last year. I thought you were going to do it last year. You ended up going 10-7, making the playoffs. I don't know how. It's the defense. And you know what? You guys, obviously they're going here at 7-10, 10th place in the AFC. And you know what? Maybe they can. Maybe they can go 9-8, 10-7 again. And they don't have like a super hard schedule. I just think he's washed. And I don't think defense wins ball games, but you need a quarterback to make sure you can get some points on the board so your defense can win the ball game. I think this season solely relies on how Aaron Rodgers plays because the defense is going to do well. Because you don't really have that great of a running back, and you've got DK, and that's about it. So that's going to be all. We are down to just 5 teams, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next one.